next fight coming up is October 3rd. I'm fighting a guy, Sergio Rios, coming from Brazil. He's going to come with an undefeated mentality. They have a chip on their shoulder where they think they're going to be unstoppable forever. So it's going to feel really good to go out there and take that oath from him to be his first loss on his record, because I'm not losing this fight. There's no way I'm losing this fight. No way I'm losing this fight. My name's Saad, Awad. Ironically, my name's spelled Saad. In Arabic, it means happy. And I'll say I'm a happy person. I usually try to make the best out of every situation. My name is Arabic. My dad is from Palestine, so I'm Palestinian, from Gaza, from the Gaza Strip. And my mother is actually born and raised in Brazil. My girl's the most important person to me because she's the person I want to start a family with. And she's the person that's eventually gonna be the mother of my children. And then when they're born, they're gonna be the most important people to me. But out of that, I'll say it's my dad. My dad, he's just sacrificed so much for us. I have 10 brothers and sisters, and my dad got divorced when I was in 5th grade, and he went overseas, and he was gonna stay over there. And then he came back and kind of lost all his money to come back and provide, for the rest of our family, and get all of his kids back and take care of us. I walked into the gym just to train. When I was like 21, 22. Just for shits and giggles, messing around. And I was kind of thrown in there with a pro class with guys that were pro fighters, and I was doing really, really good with them, not knowing anything. And these guys had been training for past 10 years before that. So off the back, I started realizing I had talent for something that I had no training in. So I thought to myself, if I have talent in something that I had no training in, what if I put forth the talent towards it? Everything else would come. So I think that's what kind of paved the way. I started off wrestling, then when I started doing MMA, I fell in love with being able to hit somebody and them pain for it. I'm not a violent person. I don't fight in the street. I think I've been in a handful of fights growing up, but something about going out there and just you versus another human, and putting your all effort towards it. They're putting their effort towards it and coming out the winners is something more rewarding than just the prize. It's indescribable, the feeling you get when you win a fight. Like, you just sacrificed so much. You sacrificed Thanksgiving, you didn't eat when everybody else is eating. You kind of give up everything. I'm a vegetarian. I gave up all those good foods, or you guys would call them good foods. I don't eat meat or any of that stuff. And you sacrifice going on vacations, going to clubs, partying, and all that fun stuff that everybody else does. For months at a time. We go out there and fight for 15 minutes. Sometimes it ends in a minute. But the real fight was 3-4 months preparing up for that. So when you win a fight, it's just something that it's kind of unexplainable. I can't really explain it. The feeling you get. Besides you look at your check after, you're like, cool. I got paid for this too. So as long as you put forth the effort, why can't I do it? If he could do it, why can't I do it? He has 2 legs, 2 hands. 2 arms, 2 eyes, a nose. There's nothing different that he has that I don't have. So if I can put the energy towards it, why can't I get that? Well, the last fight, I fought a guy that he was actually my friend, and we fought on the same card in Canada, like 5-6 years ago, and after we met and they asked me to fight him in Strike Force, and we fought, and he won the first one. And then we had a rematch, which I really didn't want to take the fight, but I said, screw it. It's a fight. You guys are gonna pay me to do it, and I get a kind of avenge a loss that it didn't really eat up at me, because the guy, I was cool with him, but anytime you could avenge a loss, it's always a good thing. He hit me really hard in the beginning. I didn't remember what happened after that. I kind of went into autopilot, and the next thing you know, the referee was raising my hand, and then I went to the back room, and we're sitting there and we're just talking and laughing and joking. And I look at my coaches, I'm like, warm me up, I gotta go fight. And they're looking at me like, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah, I gotta go fight. And they're like, dude, you already won, you already fought. And then I got depressed for a second, because I thought, man, is this what happens when you get knocked out? Because you forget what happens. And then I asked my coach, if I won or if I lost. And he was like, you won. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah. I was like, how? And then he told me, and then little things started coming back. Thank God it was a short fight, and I got out of there without any more damage. That's my main fear, is just not being successful. I can't Like, I think that's one thing that pushes me to wake up and to go train as hard as I do, because you know, failure, you know, they say failure is not an option, but failure is always an option to everybody, because, you know, it's easy to opt out of something and just, you know, just give up. Yeah, when I first started training, I was that guy that was just lazy. So I'd go train for an hour and then go home and just play video games on my couch. And I used to always, you know, see all these guys that, you know, making all this money fighting and saying, man, I want to do that. And I'd go put the minimal effort towards it. And I got the minimal, you know, back from it. So for, you know, all those, you know, people that are just, you know, they want to do it, and then they're trying, you know, here, like saying, I go to the gym for an hour a day, but, you know, it's not enough. You know, if you want to do it, you got to go above and beyond to go out there and do it. And anybody could do it. And to me, I always had it stuck in my head was, you know, plan B is the first step to failure, because, you know, you're giving yourself something to fall back on, which, you know, if you don't have anything to fall back on, then you're going to put a, you know, 1,000,000% until you succeed at whatever you're putting yourself, you know, your effort towards.